I'm satirising Trump because I think he's a disgusting misogynist, serial adulterer, a felon done for sexual assault, and he's about the worst person that you could have in charge of the most powerful country in the world.
He was also elected by the American people.
It's very sad, isn't it? I mean, it's sad how the world is going into its far-right territory, and if we're not careful, we're going to end up like that with Farage, who is the best mate of Trump as well. So that's the unfunny bit. I can do some funny for you as well if you like.
Let's see a little.
So, the papal election was stolen. Did you know that? It was rigged. Some of those cardinals, very nasty guys. So I'm going to annex the Vatican, and I will be pronounced as the next Pope, Pope Donald I.
Tell us, today, Donald Trump meets with the King, the Queen. Tomorrow he'll be at Chequers meeting with the Prime Minister. What's your message to the Prime Minister who invited the US President for this very exclusive, sort of historic second state visit?
Well, I'm very good friends with Keir. Very good friends, thank you. Very good friends. He likes me a lot. And I would say to him, let me have everything I want, and then I will bring the tariffs down. Yes. The people of the UK love me very much. They love me so much. They love me a lot.
And the real answer, you're here to make a point, aren't you? What do you actually want Keir Starmer to say to Donald Trump? Or what do you want the UK government to do? Why are you demonstrating today?
I cannot understand why we are hosting this bloke who's such a foul creature, and the worst thing is the money. Is the money that's being spent on him. So we've got like soldiers on horseback parading in front of him. We've got him being feted by the Prime Minister must be opposite him in terms of his political views, and I cannot understand how we are spending all that money on that foul creature.
What would for this protest to go well today, what would you achieve?
I hope he sees the news, and I hope he realises how many people have turned out because they absolutely detest his guts.
I fundamentally believe my children are as good as anybody else's. We have got an unelected billionaire whose children will take over as head of state in our country, and America has an elected corrupt billionaire. So it seems a nice coincidence of two wrongs in the world. Plus, Trump is an absolute threat to democracy.
Why do you say that?
He doesn't respect the constitution of his own country. He's acting in order to suspend laws to get his way through these presidential edicts, which are completely inappropriate in the way he's using them. He's fundamentally a liar and a fantasist.
Donald Trump was elected by the US population and is an ally of the UK.
Unlike Charles and the royal family, who have not been elected by anybody, which is why I've got my Republican poster with me today.
So what would you like to happen instead today?
In our own country, I'd like the people to have a choice about how their head of state was chosen. We have no say in the matter at all, and I'd be quite happy for politicians to put forward different scenarios and different methods and put it to a vote. If people want to vote for a monarchy, they could. Right now, we have no choice.
I think that he is taking America into a nightmarish world that is very comparable to Hitler Germany, to Nazi Germany. And I think it's a great danger, not just for the people of America, but for the whole world. We're facing environmental catastrophe, and he's eliminating all subsidies for renewable energy and giving subsidies to fossil fuels. Why is he doing that?
Why does doubling down on that comparison help your cause?
Because it tells people the truth. Look, Americans are the wealthiest people on the planet. They're very comfortable. They need to get out of their comfort zone and face the reality of what him consolidating power in his regime, what that would really mean for the lives of people all over the world. In the state of Oklahoma, all the public school kids had to spend a minute of silence honoring the memory of Charlie Kirk. That means little kids are coming home thinking that Charlie Kirk was a hero. Okay, Charlie Kirk shouldn't have been killed the way he was, but openly supporting segregation, openly telling women they should obey their husbands. This is not somebody who you want your kids to grow up being a model for.
And why does that relate to you protesting against Donald Trump being here in the UK today?
Because I was at the protest on Saturday against the Tommy Robinson people. I had to walk back through that crowd of people. Beer, swilling, drunken, racist, misogynist, xenophobic thugs, which is what they were. They're going to be telling us, the good people in this country, how to live. Your children, my grandchildren, are going to have to grow up with those kind of people dictating our way of life, and that's not acceptable.
Are you using some of the same strategies in your post that those people on Saturday did?
That was stupid. The assassination, violence is not going to be the way to solve things. The violence in this society has been overwhelmingly on the part of the people running the society. I mean, look, these immigrants, why are they here? Their countries have been screwed up by America and Britain, Syria, a colony of France, Lebanon, a colony of France, Iran, Iraq, Afghanistan. We're over there. Our soldiers are over there screwing those countries up, backing dictators, and then those people flee and come over here, and we say, oh no, how dare you come over here? What world-class hypocrisy.
Anti-Trump, I'm gay, I'm not a fan of Trump, and I don't like him whatsoever, and I wish he would just kindly do one.
What's the purpose of the protest today?
It puts out a message, a lot of people with the same sentiment. I mean, there's a lot of people here for many different reasons, but I think the main thing is we just know that this is not right, and it has to change.
What specifically isn't right?
About Trump, oh, where do you start? God, no. He goes around blaming Zelensky for starting the Third World War. It'll be him. He's the one stirring the shit here, so hey-ho.
What outcome do you want from the protest today?
Well, just take some notice. I'm really pissed off about them inviting him back. I think it's disgusting.
Why? The Prime Minister then wants to have a dialogue, needs to have a dialogue with one.
I know he just happens to be the president now, but yeah, even that, I know, it's just wrong.
So what's your message to Keir Starmer?
Try harder. He's not listening to the people.
It's really important that we all speak out against Trump and his policies and what he's doing. Originally from the States, and we have a lot of family members being seriously impacted by his lack of policies, and terrified about his march towards authoritarianism is one of the many reasons. So I think it's just important to be able to speak out. And
why is it a better strategy to try and prevent the United States president from visiting here rather than to have communication with him? America is one of our greatest allies, and the Prime Minister is clearly quite keen to engage him and almost put on a charm offensive.
I understand your question. I think that Trump is unable to have real communication and relationships with people. He's very transactional. I understand why it's important for there to be communication between the countries, but also I think a lot of people get duped fairly easily by his having to charm him, and then actually what he does in terms of shifting tariffs, for example, with our country here.
Do you think the Prime Minister's been duped by Donald Trump?
I don't think he needs to go as far as he's going in terms of his charm offensive, as you called it. I hope he'll stand strong, and he knows, I believe he's smart enough to know what Trump's actually like. So I hope he's strong enough to be able to stand up to him.
You've lived here for 3 decades.
Yes.
Why are you worried about the US president being here on UK soil?
Well, there's a direct line to some of the stuff happening in this country. People seem to be very interested in that kind of authoritarian bent, and I think that's what's worrying. Is I don't think he's sincere or honest about how he deals with things. He loves the pomp and circumstance. Fabulous meeting the king, being in the carriage. He loves all that kind of stuff. But whether he'll, in good faith, deal with the country, I'm not sure about it. And I just am terrified for our country at home.